In this video, we're diving into 5 surprising mistakes people make when drinking water first thing in the morning. Mistakes most folks don't even know they're making. By the time we're done, you'll not only know what to watch out for, but you'll also have simple, practical ways to make your mornings feel smoother and more energized. Before we get started, drop a comment below and let me know where you're watching from, your city or town. I love connecting with you all. And if you find this helpful, give the video a like and hit that subscribe button for more real, down-to-earth health tips. You're not going to want to miss what's coming next. Mistake number 1. Reaching for ice-cold water right after waking up can be a surprisingly disruptive habit for your body, especially as you age. And it's worth unpacking why this seemingly harmless choice can cause more harm than good. When you first open your eyes in the morning, your body is in a delicate transition from the restorative, low-energy state of sleep to the active demands of the day. During sleep, your metabolism slows, your digestion essentially pauses, your blood vessels constrict slightly to conserve energy, and your core temperature drops as part of the body's natural circadian rhythm. Pouring a glass of ice-cold water into this still waking system is like slamming the gas pedal on a car that's just started its engine. It creates a shock that your body isn't ready to handle. The frigid temperature causes your stomach muscles to contract suddenly, which can lead to cramping, bloating, or a vague sense of discomfort that you might not even connect to the whir. Your blood vessels, already slightly narrowed from sleep, may constrict further in response to the cold, temporarily reducing circulation and leaving you feeling chilly, particularly in your hands or feet. For some, this sudden shift can trigger headaches, lightheadedness, or even a subtle sense of nausea as the body scrambles to regulate itself. As we age, our systems become less resilient to these kinds of shocks. Our metabolism isn't as quick to adapt, our internal thermostat struggles with extreme temperatures, and our digestive tract becomes more sensitive to irritation. What might have felt refreshing or energizing in your 20s or 30s can now leave you feeling sluggish, unsettled, or even fatigued, as your body expends extra energy to warm the water to a temperature it can process. Consider someone like Margaret, a 73-year-old who loved starting her day with a chilled bottle of water straight from the fridge, believing it was the ultimate wake-up call. Over time, she began noticing persistent morning stomach aches, cold extremities, and a lingering sense of heaviness that dulled her energy. She brushed it off as just getting older, until a friend suggested trying room temperature water instead. Within a week of making the switch, her stomach felt calmer, her hands stayed warmer, and her mornings felt lighter and more vibrant. This small change highlights a broader truth. As we age, our bodies crave gentleness, especially in those first moments of the day. Ice-cold water isn't inherently bad, but its harsh temperature can disrupt the delicate balance your body is trying to maintain as it wakes. By opting for room temperature or slightly warm water, you're giving your system a chance to ease into the day, supporting smoother digestion, better circulation, and a more balanced start. If you're used to that icy glass, try leaving your water out overnight or running the tap until it's lukewarm, and pay attention to how your body responds over a few days. You might be surprised at how much more comfortable and energized you feel. Mistake number 2. Sipping from plastic bottles that've been sitting out all night. Might seem like a minor convenience, but it can quietly introduce risks to your health, especially as you age, and it's worth diving deeper into why this habit deserves a second look. Many people keep a plastic water bottle by their bedside for easy access in the morning, thinking it's a practical way to stay hydrated without much fuss. However, when that bottle sits out for hours, particularly in a warm room or near a heat source, like a lamp or radiator, the plastic can leach chemicals into the water, subtly altering what you're drinking. One of the primary concerns is bisphenol A, BPA, a compound found in some older or lower quality plastics, which can seep into the water over time, especially under warmth or prolonged exposure. Even bottles labeled BPA-free may contain other chemicals, like phthalates or alternative bisphenols, that behave similarly, acting as endocrine disruptors that mimic or interfere with your body's natural hormones. As we age, our hormonal balance becomes more fragile. Whether you're managing thyroid issues, blood sugar fluctuations, or simply noticing changes in energy and mood, and these foreign chemicals can add an extra layer of stress to your system. potentially exacerbating symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, or digestive discomfort. Over weeks or months, consistent exposure to these leached substances can accumulate, putting additional strain on your liver and kidneys, which are already working harder to filter toxins as you get older. You might not notice immediate effects, but some people report feeling inexplicably sluggish, bloated, or moody without pinpointing the cause. Take the example of Thomas, a 75-year-old retiree who religiously refilled a plastic bottle each night and left it on his nightstand. He thought he was being diligent about hydration, but he began experiencing frequent headaches, a strange heaviness in his stomach, and a dip in his usual sharpness. His doctor couldn't find an obvious cause, but a nutritionist friend suggested the plastic bottle might be the culprit. Thomas switched to a stainless steel bottle and started filling it with fresh water each morning. Within a few weeks, his headaches lessened, his digestion felt smoother, and he noticed a subtle but real boost in his clarity and vitality. This isn't to say a single sip from a plastic bottle will cause harm, but the cumulative effect of daily use, especially with bottles that are reused, scratched, or exposed to heat, can quietly chip away at your well-being. Older plastics, or those not designed for repeated use, are particularly prone to breaking down, and even small amounts of chemical exposure matter when your body's resilience isn't what it used to be. By switching to a glass or stainless steel container and refilling it with fresh water each morning, you're reducing your exposure to these risks and giving your body one less thing to contend with. If you've got a plastic bottle by your bed right now, consider making the swap and notice how your body feels over the next week. It's a small adjustment that could pay off in ways you didn't expect. Mistake number 3. Guzzling water like it's a race. Might feel like an efficient way to kickstart your morning hydration, but this habit can throw your body off balance in ways you might not expect, especially as you age. And it's worth exploring why this rushed approach can do more harm than good. When you wake up, your body is in a delicate state, transitioning from the calm, restorative mode of sleep to the active rhythm of the day. Your heart rate is gradually increasing, your blood pressure is stabilizing, your digestive system is just beginning to stir, and your kidneys are adjusting to process fluids after hours of rest. Downing a large glass or bottle of water in one go floods your system with a sudden surge of liquid, which can overwhelm your stomach, causing it to expand rapidly and potentially leading to bloating, discomfort, or even nausea. This rapid intake can also disrupt your electrolyte balance, as your kidneys scramble to handle the influx, potentially causing a temporary imbalance in sodium and potassium levels that might leave you feeling lightheaded, dizzy, or even slightly shaky. For older adults, whose bodies are less adept at adapting to sudden changes, this can be particularly taxing. Your cardiovascular system may struggle to adjust to the quick shift in fluid volume, and some people even notice a fluttering sensation in their chest, or a vague sense of unease that lingers for hours. When you were younger, chugging water might have felt like no big deal, maybe even energizing. But as we age, our systems become more sensitive, and our stomach lining, digestion, and circulation don't respond as resiliently to such abrupt demands. Consider the story of Evelyn, a 68-year-old who prided herself on her disciplined morning routine, which included drinking a full 16-ounce bottle of water in under a minute right after waking. She thought she was setting herself up for a healthy day, but she started noticing morning dizziness, occasional nausea, and a sluggish feeling that made her first few hours feel like a slog. After mentioning this to her doctor, she learned that her rapid water intake was the likely culprit. Her doctor suggested sipping the same amount of water slowly over 15 to 20 minutes, allowing her body to absorb it gradually. Within days, Evelyn's dizziness vanished, her stomach felt calmer, and her energy levels were more consistent throughout the morning. This small shift underscores a key point. Your body doesn't need a deluge of water to rehydrate effectively. It craves a steady, gentle flow that respects its waking rhythm. Gulping water too quickly bypasses this natural process, putting unnecessary strain on your organs and potentially leaving you feeling worse instead of refreshed. If you're in the habit of chugging your morning water to get it done, try slowing down tomorrow. Take small sips, sit quietly, and give your body time to welcome the hydration. You might be amazed at how much smoother your mornings feel when you treat hydration as a moment of care rather than a task to rush through. Mistake number 4. Pairing water with medications without thinking it through. Might seem like a straightforward part of your morning routine, But the timing, quantity, and context of how you drink water with your pills can significantly impact your body's response, especially as you age. And it's worth exploring why this common habit can lead to unexpected discomfort or reduced medication effectiveness. When you wake up, your body is still in a transitional phase, with your digestive system slowly reactivating, your stomach's acidity levels adjusting, and your hormones and blood pressure finding their daytime rhythm after hours of rest. Taking medications often requires a delicate balance. Some need an empty stomach to be absorbed properly, while others work best with food to buffer their effects, and the amount of water you drink can either support or disrupt this process. Drinking too much water too quickly right after taking your pills on an empty stomach can irritate the stomach lining, leading to nausea, heartburn, or a gnawing discomfort that you might mistake for hunger or something else entirely. It can also dilute stomach acid, potentially hindering the absorption of certain medications like thyroid pills or antibiotics, making them less effective. Conversely, if you've just eaten a heavy breakfast and then washed down your meds with a large glass of water, the food in your stomach can delay or interfere with the medication's absorption, particularly for drugs designed to be taken on an empty stomach, which can lead to inconsistent effects or side effects like bloating or sluggishness. As we age, our digestive systems become more sensitive, and our bodies are less forgiving of these mismatches. Medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes, for example, often come with specific instructions that are easy to overlook in the morning rush. Additionally, chugging water with meds can overwhelm your kidneys, which are still waking up and may struggle to process the sudden fluid load, potentially causing a temporary electrolyte shift that leaves you feeling foggy or unsteady. Consider the case of Dorothy, a 79-year-old who diligently took her heart medication every morning with a full 12-ounce glass of water, thinking she was following her doctor's advice to take with water. She started experiencing morning queasiness, occasional dizziness, and a persistent sense of unease that made her dread her routine. After discussing this with her pharmacist, she learned that her large water intake was irritating her stomach and possibly affecting her medication's absorption. The pharmacist suggested using just a small sip, about 2 to 3 ounces, to swallow the pill and waiting 30 to 45 minutes before eating or drinking more. Dorothy made the change, and within a week, her nausea faded, her mornings felt steadier, and her blood pressure readings were more consistent, suggesting her medication was working more effectively. This highlights a broader lesson. The way you take your medications, especially in relation to water and food, matters more than you might think, and small adjustments can prevent discomfort and optimize how your body processes those pills. If you're feeling off after your morning meds, whether it's queasiness, fatigue, or something you can't quite pinpoint, it might not be the medication itself, but how you're pairing it with water. Try sipping just enough to get the pill down. Check your medication's instructions for food requirements, and give your body time to adjust before eating or drinking more. You might be surprised at how much better you feel when you align your routine with your body's needs. Mistake number 5. Thinking water alone is enough to start your day might seem like a healthy, minimalist approach to your morning routine, but relying solely on water without any food can quietly undermine your energy, clarity, and overall well-being, especially as you age. And it's worth diving into why this habit can leave you feeling depleted rather than refreshed. When you wake up, your body has already been fasting for 8 to 10 hours overnight, a period during which your blood sugar levels drop, your energy reserves dwindle, and your brain and muscles begin craving nutrients to kickstart their daily functions. While water is fantastic for rehydrating your cells and supporting your kidneys and digestion, it lacks the essential macronutrients, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats that your body needs to stabilize blood sugar, fuel cognitive processes, and maintain muscle strength. For older adults, this is particularly critical, as aging slows metabolism, reduces muscle mass, and makes the body less efficient at maintaining stable blood glucose levels, meaning that skipping food in favor of water alone can lead to feelings of fatigue, shakiness, irritability, or mental fog by mid-morning. These symptoms are often mistaken for stress, poor sleep, or simply getting older, when in reality, they stem from a lack of nourishment at a time when your body is most vulnerable. Popular trends like intermittent fasting or water-only mornings might work for younger people or those with specific health goals, but for older adults, the prolonged absence of food can exacerbate age-related challenges, such as reduced insulin sensitivity or weaker muscle repair, and even increase the risk of mood swings or memory lapses due to insufficient brain fuel. Pairing water with stimulants like coffee without food only compounds the issue, as caffeine can further spike your cortisol and blood sugar, leaving you jittery or drained without a nutritional foundation to balance it out. Take the example of Robert, a 72-year-old who, inspired by online health advice, decided to skip breakfast and drink only water until noon to cleanse his system and stay lean. Initially, he felt okay, but soon he noticed persistent tiredness, difficulty concentrating, and a short temper that frustrated his family. His daughter urged him to see a doctor, who explained that Robert's brain and body were running on empty each morning, exacerbating his low energy and mood dips. The doctor recommended adding a small, balanced breakfast, like oatmeal with berries and a boiled egg, alongside his water. Within 2 weeks, Robert's energy rebounded, his focus sharpened, and he felt more patient and engaged with his grandkids. This story underscores a key point. Water is a vital part of your morning, but it's not a substitute for food, especially when your body is already in a state of overnight depletion. As we age, our nutritional needs shift, and providing even a modest amount of protein, fiber, or healthy fats in the morning can anchor your energy, support muscle health, and keep your mind clear. If you've been starting your day with just water, thinking it's enough, try incorporating a simple breakfast tomorrow, perhaps a slice of whole grain toast with avocado or a small smoothie with fruit and yogurt, and notice how your body responds. You might find that this small addition transforms your mornings, giving you the steady vitality you didn't realize you were missing. If something in this video sparked a new idea for you, that's something to celebrate. It means you're still curious, still growing, and still investing in your health. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend or family member who might need it. And if you want more honest, gentle health tips, subscribe or follow. We'll keep exploring together. Your mornings matter, your energy matters, and you matter. Take care, and I'll see you soon.